What's going on, guys? So today, I'm going to do a little unboxing real quick. VMS RACING lightweight crankshaft pulley. As you know, factory stock pulley weighs probably 22 pounds. Anyways, was chipped. Ended up ripping my time belt, which this timing belt is actually pretty garbage if you can just rip it like that, and yeah, no bueno. Genuine OEM Honda key. I presume that's for fully adjustable cam gear. VMS RACING decals ×2. Woo! Look at that bad boy. That is clean. That is very clean. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I've already attempted to set timing on here, tension and all. Go ahead and probably have to reset the timing on here to go ahead and yep. Alright, so as I was saying, factory comes with a keyway inserted into it, built in. Aftermarket one does not. Hence the reason they give you a Honda key for this application. We'll go ahead and install this, and then we'll torque these bolts down. Don't believe that I do have a short 12. Oh, there's a 10. Go ahead and set you guys down real quick so you guys can get a look at that. Yeah, that puppy looks sick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means when you come to a processing like this. International law. Forgot I was recording, my bad. Forgive me, guys. The selfie stick is a little bit different. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find a good place to set you guys down real quick. That way you guys can still see what I'm doing and all that good stuff. Fuck it. For now, we're just gonna set you over here. You guys can just watch from the background. What do you think? Is that good? You still see? All right, bet. Hey, Ghost, can you get your fat head out the fucking way? Excuse me. My bad. All right. Well, that's a wee bit longer, so it's just gonna have to work. Yeah, that bad boy ain't going nowhere. Little fucking fatty. You little fucking fatty. Oh, ain't that a shame? Bamboozled. Ah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. What way to have on back, silly girl. Y'all know who I'm talking to. I ain't gotta say any names. Sure, she'll appreciate me putting that on YouTube. Just kidding. She knows I love her. Alright. So, what do we want to do next? Alternator belt first? Power steering belt first? You know? So, in this particular case, now that we got both of those on, I'm going to go ahead and do the alternator first, because the alternator belt sits further back on that pulley. The power steering one sits more towards the outside of that pulley. So I think it'd be smart to do it that way. So what is it, a 14 mil? 14 mil. Gonna need a wrench. Good luck getting a socket down in there. 14 mil. Go ahead and take a 15 mil as well. Now what you're gonna do, because it's so far down there and you can't get the extension, so you're gonna put this end on there, and then you're gonna hook this wrench through on this side, and when you spin it back up, then you now have a handle. Alright, we got that cracked loose. Next step, breaker bar or ratchet, either or. You're going to slide your alternator as far forward as you can. Okay? Simply go down here, pull power steering. Or is it the alternator? No, the short one is the power steering belt. No. This one is alternator belt. So, go ahead, we'll throw this on there. Get it wrapped around. Right. Then we'll go ahead and wrap it around. Come on now. Come on, meow. Is it on there? No, I missed. Story of my life. Am I pregnant? Nah, I missed. Really, I just don't want to mention my pull-out game strong. That'll be the only thing pulling out tonight. God, this video has a lot of euphemisms in it. No bueno. These always suck. Alternator belts are no fun. I can't ever think of a time that I've ever thought one of these was alright. Or fun to do. Mainly because you can't see and it's very easy to miss if you don't get it all the way on. So, certainly didn't miss that time, did we? Alright, now what you're going to do, you're going to come back with your breaker bar. And you're going to go ahead and, Jesus, how much tension does that thing need? I don't know if I could reach my hand that far down in there. Basically what we're doing is we're sliding that. We're sliding this alternator backwards from the way that we came in order to throw tension on that belt. A little bit more. We're going to go ahead and do, we're just going to go ahead and tap this backwards a little bit more. Check our tension. Yeah, that feels about right. 90% of belt tensioning is all by felt. So if you over tighten one, it'll cause it to prematurely wear down. And then you will be up shit creek without a paddle. Because you can actually over tighten your belt. So it's important to leave it somewhat of, have a little bit of play, but not a whole lot. You don't want it so loose that it immediately comes off, and you don't want it so tight that later on down the road it rips. So, having said that, just go ahead and tighten down this 14 if you can reach it. Hondas really have a really good design with their alternators, because you don't have to take off the bottom bolt in order to replace a belt. You more or less only need to take the bottom bolt out when you replace the alternator. Alright, so just going to go ahead and bring you guys over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Give you a little insight here. So there is our brand new alternator. Like I said, you got one bolt under here, and you got one green plug in the back here. This little green plug here is what you plug in. Runs throughout the charging system. If I'm not mistaken, this alternator only kicks on after 10.5 amps that the battery in the computer doesn't see. But brand new belt, brand new alternator. Go ahead, reach down here, check your tension. feels about fine. Doesn't feel like it's going to go nowhere. That's one installed. Next, we're going to go ahead and install the power steering belt. Should probably buy a new one for this to replace this one, but it doesn't seem like it's very... I still got some rubber and elasticity to it pretty well, to be honest with you. So I think we can get away with that. And now this one is going on to that second ring right there. That third ring is for your AC. I deleted my AC lines, everything, all gone. I don't run AC in my cars. That's what your hand in the window is for. So, dang, look how good that looks. I get a little... Yeah, buddy. I like it. I like it a lot. Really dresses up the motor. VMS done sent me those promotional packets, so I might go ahead and get a whole full dress up kit from them. That'll be all these bolts here, all the way up the fender. I do believe some down the firewall, and I think they sell spikes. I'll end up checking with them on that and see about that, but yep. Next, we're going to get a fuel pressure regulator and a fuel rail. Not 100% sure what size these injectors are. I do believe they are factory injectors. So, well, we just replaced all those gaskets. All those things are, you know, M's ain't going nowhere. So, VTEC. VTEC. Oh, we still got to tighten down the valve cover too before we fire up. But like I said, let's go ahead and get this power steering belt hooked up. Throw our power steering back together. Most people remove it. I just kind of disconnected to give me a little bit of room. All you really need room for on this side. So you have this bolt here, and you have this bolt here. When you loosen them and you take out this wing nut, this whole thing slides up and down. So when you put the belt on, what you want to do is you want to tension it with this wing nut, and then you want to tighten down your two bolts, and that'll keep it in place. Then of course your power steering line goes here. You hook that back up to the bottom of your canister. Then you set your canister back on this clip piece. Might get some aftermarket clip pieces for it. If you ever have a problem with your power steering pump, normally on Honda did really good this year, that these are now sit level so your pump never runs dry. 2008 Honda Ridgelines, they kind of sit lower, so over time when you start them up, they kind of squeak a little bit right when you start them. But once it fills up with pressure, it's alright. Can you guys check out that sky though? Jesus. Yeah, getting some lightning going on over here. Look how green everything is. Man, that's what's up. Alright, well, charger cable. So that's where we're at. We're going to go ahead and get that one belt put on. Then we'll go ahead and reinstall the battery, and we'll go ahead and tighten down the bolt caps. Do the spark plugs, wires, distributor. Go ahead and fire it up. Look at that Blocks racing belt. Racing belt, sorry. Block brake booster delete kit. That shit came out so clean. I'm gonna go ahead and order another one of those from them guys. Some guys they're on point with that shit. I like that it's silver too, not black. But let me quit talking and bullshitting around because I'm losing daylight. So go ahead and put you guys back on a time lapse. Plus it'll help shorten the video. Fuck it, right? Alright. You guys got a good view there? Let me check that view real quick. There we go. Perfect. Hey, you know what, you guys? I'm gonna go ahead and end this here, get you guys a better shot. I'm gonna go ahead and what I'm going to do is go ahead and put in a little extra work. I'm going to go ahead and clean that off. I don't necessarily per se like that. That is dirty as hell, and I feel like it could use a cleaning. Alright, so like I said, go ahead and catch up with you guys here in a minute.